Besties. I'm Jenna.
And I'm Marissa. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Crazy as a Mother podcast. That's not good. That was pretty good. That was off the fly.
Oh my god.
That wasn't written in. That was pretty good.
You know where life just happens.
Best friends help and coffee doesn't hurt.
So how are you doing, boo-boo?
I'm okay. I'm alright. This is episode 2 and I still feel as nervous as episode 1, but I'm working on it.
I dig it.
Yeah. But doing okay. The kids were a little cray-cray today, so I don't think that helped to the anxiety of having to deal with kids and then start a potty yaddy.
Potty yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Potty crazy.
Dude, I feel that. Bless my soul, I went to church this morning, and the girls went to go. Miss Bryn, my Southern Belle, she was great. Evelyn was not, though.
They went with you.
What?
They wanted to go. They actually went.
Yeah, they wanted to go, and then Evelyn just kept saying how bored she was. I'm like, girl, you wanted to come with me.
Could you imagine? Did she go to Catholic school?
Yes. My kids go to Catholic school.
She's got to pay her dues like everyone else. We all had to do it in Catholic school.
I know. I'm like, I wasn't going to force them to go. That like my mom made us go when we were younger.
I know.
But I don't. Like, I give them the choice. And I like going. I think it's like nice, like hearing the little homily. I do not go every week. I will be completely honest. However, that was a little fun start to the day. I'm like, oh.
Did they get all dressed up?
Yeah, we all wear little dresses.
Oh, yeah, girls, little outing.
Cute. I made some biscuits and gravy, and then we went to church. And it was, it got better. At first, it was really rough because she really was giving me a hard time in mass, like in the pew. And I'm like,
I'm tired. When is this over?
Yes. Yeah. She's like, I don't want to do
31 years old, if I went to a Catholic service, I'd probably still be asking the same questions to my mom.
I know.
Do I have to kneel again?
I can
No. That's so cool that they wanted to go, though.
And then how are you? Are you getting your back to school stuff together? Because I know our kids were in different districts, so.
Back to school was so much more fun when I was in 7th grade picking out what color friggin' folders I wanted.
When your parents were getting the stuff ready, not when you're actually getting it
and
ready.
I just get to be like, oh, do I want to get what brand of pens and all this fun stuff, but.
Can I get the cool gel pastel pens?
Yeah, when it's
I just use the black, the black, blue, and red.
Dude, when life was friggin' simpler. Yeah, back to school starting soon. I actually did order some stuff on Amazon because I'm just so lazy. But
It's okay. I did Target pickup.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel so bad for the person doing this order because I'm not going in that hellhole right now. It is like mayhem in Target right now. I'm not doing it.
And I think the pandemic, COVID, has at least spoiled me. Because now that I used to not go in, I'm like,
yeah, it's like
no shot. You got to pay me money.
I feel like they see me rolling. They hate it. I'm like, oh, you shopping? Because I'm not. I pop the trunk. I'm riding dirty.
That's how we ride dirty these days.
Yes.
Oh my god. But it was good. Travis was one of my twin two soon to be 3-year-olds is having a day. He's just wanted to be held, and my Wyatt is the girl I'm never gonna have. So he was a little whiny. So we had a little rough start. A little rough start to the day. But it got better. They're actually, I think they're sleeping. They're at least in their room. Supposed to be
quiet. Yeah.
It has been quiet. Because you'll know if they're awake. But, I mean, so far so good. Now the more that we're talking, my jitters are kind of getting out.
Are they going to school, or are they still in, are
they go to daycare.
Daycare, okay. Is it going to be transitioned to, like, school there where they go?
That's a good question because they just started a new daycare. I don't know. Like, I know that there's, like, pre-K3, pre-K4, or, like, okay. I don't know if I said it in the right order. But, they didn't do that at the last daycare. I think it was just, like, pre-K. Like, you got to pre-K. So, I'm not entirely sure. Because they're just in the toddler room. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But they're doing really good. They really like it. I was a little nervous because Travis, who was diagnosed with autism, it does not do well with transitions. But he's already, this past week was their first week, and 2 of the therapists have already been out to see him.
Oh, good.
So I know he's winning hard to already. So that made me feel a little better. And the teachers have just nothing but good reports. So I'm I'm good. He's getting, not the, I don't want to like, the therapists that we had, some older therapists were incredible. I'm also just thankful for the new ones stepping in. So it's going good. So, I mean, so far so good. I can't really complain. If the fact that my kid was just up my ass all morning is my biggest complaint today, I probably shouldn't be complaining. But, yeah, so it's not bad. It's going okay. So far so good.
Yeah, that's good. Michael starts this week. Michael's my son, just to touch base again. He's my son with autism. So he's in the public school. My girls are in Catholic for now. And he starts on Thursday. So on the 25th.
Wow.
So he starts school on Thursday. And then next week, Avon starts on the 31st. And Bryn goes on the 1st.
Now, do they get back to school outfits, like new ones?
Well, no, because they have the uniforms.
Oh, they're
and Catholic. But yes, so Michael does. But they're all about the new backpacks. They're like, we need a new backpack. And I'm like, girl, these things are expensive.
JanSport is making a comeback. I just bought Dalton a red JanSport.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I remember they were like the big hype when we were younger.
Oh, yeah, that was a cool thing if you had the JanSports. And I remember
we had to wear didn't you have to wear so tight?
Oh, so tight. Like, it had to be like in your hairline. Like, you just look like a damn turtle. Or like a T-Rex.
And you don't put any books in it either.
No,
we're cool. If your books were in them, no.
What are we using a school bag for school? Get the F out of here. That's not what this is for.
Do you think there's homework in here? No, there's air.
Yeah.
That's
just
it.
wear goddamn JanSport like everyone else.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions. I remember too, at the time, you couldn't wear high top socks.
Oh my god, no, the ankle socks?
Yeah.
You had to wear ankle socks.
Yeah, or you had, do you remember, I mean,
when you,
listen,
wait, you had to tie them under?
Yeah, you had to tie your shoelaces under, but my mom didn't, I didn't always have ankle socks, so you fold them down.
No, that's what I meant, what I meant, not the tie under, yeah.
Yeah.
You had to, you folded them under, so you could, they were
yeah.
The high top was underneath your foot, right?
And we both went to the same Catholic grade school, which we were both referring to, and we're only a year apart, so, we already looked alike, so it was very important that you had to, have the cool accessories.
Yes.
Yeah, it was, oh my God, to go back to simpler times. I wish.
Oh my goodness. The good old days.
Yeah.
Now it's now you're adulting.
I know.
That's
but
the millennial
to get back
of
to
us
it,
say
back to
adulting.
school sucks when you have kids.
I know.
It's fun when you are one.
It's just
to wrap that part up.
My kids are taking the bus this year too, so it's I'm still waiting for bus schedules to come in, and I know they're busy, so praise them for taking the time to organize it for the parents. But I'm we have to do bus schedules. Finn is going to be in play school this year.
Play school?
Yeah, he's too young for his birthday's too late for preschool.
Well, what's play school?
It's preschool for the later kids. For 2.5
year olds.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's no.
That was a school.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only 2 days a week though, so it's the hours of preschool, but they call it play school because he will be 3 in October.
Got it.
He would have to be 3 by September 1st.
Got it.
In order to go to pre-K 3.
Got it. All right, it makes sense.
So all the fun school catch up,
I can't believe you're coming so fast. That summer went quick.
I know. Summer, as soon as...
But I'm ready for basic bitch season. It is right around the corner.
So we're going to do the announcement that Starbucks gets their pumpkin on August 30th. I asked them today. I was yes, I did. I went there. I'm well, Dunkin' already has theirs. Dunkin' started last Wednesday.
Yeah, I got it.
So, yeah.
Wawa started Monday.
Yep. Wawa is out and about. So then I went to Starbucks because I love the pumpkin cream cold brew.
Dude.
So,
it's
come
delish.
on. Basic bitch, all the way, witchy. All the way, pumpkins.
Give me all the fall, baby.
Give me all the leaves. Make it rain leaves on this, okay? I love it. I love pumpkin everything. I'm obsessed.
It's good.
It's typical.
That's great that you asked though, because I was wondering about Starbucks.
I did. I was I didn't see it. So I'm I'm going to ask because that's just, no, it's not on there. There's no signs that it's out. But yes, I am going to ask because I want to know. So for all you pumpkin lovers, Starbucks, it's not September, I lied. August 30th. August, hold on, let's hold on tight. I messed it up. August 30th. You can get your pumpkin spice lattes, your pumpkin cream cold brews at Starbucks.
Starbucks, you should sponsor us.
Yes, all the way.
Oh my God, that's great.
Now it's that time for the whole damn moment.
I don't think I can ever get used to that. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So for my oh damn moment, I titled it too. We titled it, or I titled
You
it.
titled
I'm
it.
like, we titled
Mine
it.
is
No,
not titled.
I titled it The Cereal Shower. Okay. So I just want to start off, give you a little like, I got to do a background story. That's just how I am. Because I like to animate. I want you to get your juices flowing, okay? So if you know my family, you know, oh God, we love cereal. Like, we absolutely love cereal. It doesn't matter. We'll eat it for any meal of the day. If you want a quick snack, we're gonna hook you up with some cereal. Okay, we got all the flavors, nine different flavors of cereal. Okay, steady cereals in stock at our house. So when before coming here, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do. Well, this is the whatever. Anyway, so I'm like, I'm gonna get all dolled up. I just want to put some makeup on and look pretty for the podcast. I don't know. Maybe it'll make me feel better. For the people
that can't see your face, except for me.
I know. I just wanted to feel better about myself, okay? So I see Michael come upstairs with the Frosted Flakes. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this is a bad idea. I should take this cereal from him. And I'm like, I'm just too busy stunting in the mirror, like playing my music. I'll just be honest. I'm like, I'm too busy being a diva right now. I'm putting my makeup on that. I'm just going to let him do his thing. So I take a minute out of the diva zone, right? And I see something out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like a deer in headlights. I'm like, oh Lord, what the hell is going on in that room? And I look over, there is literally, like, Michael is making it rain cereal. From fucking one end of the room, sorry for cursing, one end of the room to the next. I'm like, it is a frosted.
Actively throwing he already sprinkled it.
It's like, he had the bag, like the end of the bag. And it was one of the giant family-sized boxes. So not even like your little freaking personal box or like the regular box. It is like, I think they have family and then giant, or it's giant and then family.
Yeah.
It is like the biggest box that doesn't fit in a drawer or nothing. Like, it's humongous. And he took it out of the box and just has the bag and is literally like, like he's frosting a cake. Like, I'm like, what? I'm just like, dude, everyone's, it's like that.
I made it rain. I figured it out. He made it rain.
Like,
he tweeted
you get a prize. You get a prize. He's like, you get Frosted Flakes. You get Frosted Flakes.
Everyone gets Frosted Flakes.
We're all getting frosted. Yes. And I was like, FML. Like, first of all, the girls are now crying because they love Frosted Flakes.
Michael said,
and then you have Finn is his hype man. He's just like munching it on the floor. He's like, yeah, stomp, stomp, stomp. We got a party. And then I had to clean it up. I was like, oh, damn. There goes that cereal.
I love them. The kids they give no shits.
No, they do not.
None
whatever.
Shits.
But you know what's great about that is they find joy in everything.
So even if it doesn't bring us joy, it's great that it brings them joy.
Yeah, but no, I was so stressed out. I was like, I'm gonna cry. It's so good, my misery.
Dalton is entering that phase where like he's like sounding like a teenager these days, where he just said he's 6. He's like, oh, this is the worst day of my life, or I have never had this bad of a day forever. So the other day, Justin gives me a call, and he goes, you never guess what your son just said to me. I said, what did he just say to you? And he said, oh, he just said, blow me. So I was like, you really got to give me some pretext, because, I mean, is this a funny story coming? Should I be calling the cops? What? You need to direct a story in about a direction, then just leave it at that. So Justin said he was vacuuming, and Dalton just came up to him and just said, hey, blow me. So
wait, at least he wasn't out. Can you imagine if you guys are like out in public and he
I would die. Like, you know what? You just call out. You know what? Matter of fact, give me your cell phone. I'll call DHS on myself. It's fine. I get it. I get it.
Oh, shit.
So when I seen him later that night, I was like, hey, bud, I just want to talk to you about, Daddy told me that you said this thing, like, and, if you heard it somewhere, I would just like to say that I have a potty mouth, but I know he ain't heard it from me. So, I was like, whatever, like, where'd you hear it? Like, we can't, if you heard it on a video, like, we can't watch them, let mommy know. He goes, no, I didn't hear it from anywhere. So I'm like, oh, now he's defending a little friend. God, I'm like, they're 6. What are they talking about? Well, here, when Justin was vacuuming, he was using the extension of the vacuum, and Dalton was going up to him saying, Daddy, blow me. I don't know if when you were a kid or, like, you've done it to your kids, but when you suck it on their skin or their T-shirt.
Do it to your kids all the time. They, run away and laugh.
That's what he was referring to, but instead he's just running around and saying, blow me, blow me, blow me. And we're like, oh, great.
We're just talking about the vacuum,
I'm
guys.
saving money on college and hello juvenile detention center, because that is just what we're doing.
Oh my gosh.
So I do thoroughly enjoy the age that he is at, because the stuff that he just rocks off with sometimes, I'm like, where, why? But it's great. So that was fantastic. So telling that story has been a lot of fun. Made a few heads turn. So it's been pretty great.
It's made a few heads turn. No, a whole lot of heads turn.
Just a few heads turn. Like, oh, okay, so, all right, we see what's going on in your
kids,
house.
they say. It'll be fun,
oh, my
they
God,
say.
It was great. It was great. But, so we are going to try to do a different topic, I think, every episode. I mean, we didn't even get the topic yet when we got a good amount of time chunked in, so I guess one topic would probably be good for episode.
Yeah.
But the one that I could talk about forever and ever and ever and ever is body image. For me, why I talk this topic, I am part of a workout group, right? The most amazing workout group, the most amazing women. And some of us are all doing the same workout program. And all I do is what my head tells me is I'm looking at the other women that are doing the same program I'm doing. And all I can do is just notice how I'm not like them physically. And it just really makes me think, like, I've been, like, I've gone through, like, mental health help, like, therapy and stuff, and it's always something that 31 years has followed me around forever. Like, do you remember the first time you were ever self-conscious about your body, or, like, when you realized that, like, oh, people are really comparing me to other people?
I can remember as, like, early back as grade school.
Yeah.
Where I had a fellow classmate of mine, he kept calling me fat.
Like, straight up called you fat?
Yeah. He would call me, he was like, you're a chunky monkey, you fatty. And I would be like, I actually did let sorry, Mom, I gave him the finger. I was in grade school.
I mean...
because I wasn't, like, I've always been a bigger girl. Like, never... Like, I wasn't petite, and I feel like I would say I was probably the biggest in my class, and they were all, like, tiny, even, like, tall. Like, I'm tall, too, so I was taller, I was thicker, and, yeah, that's for me. What about you? Like,
so when I was younger, growing up, I had, like, this best friend from my own neighborhood when I was young, and I was always also bigger, and she was thinner, and we have this picture of me and her, and I got my elbow on her shoulder, like, kind of leaning on her, and I remember, like, seeing the picture, like, being 6 and just being like, wow, we really don't look alike. Like, I look so different than her. And like, my mom and dad we grew up conservatives as far as, like, outfits and stuff. Like, outfits that are worn today, no shot in HE double hockey sticks. My dad would have let me walk out. Mm-mm. And that's not a knock. That's just prefacing how I grew up. So my friend's mom didn't have a stricter rule. So, like, like, I remember I bought this skirt anyway, even though I knew I wasn't going to be allowed to wear it. And I remember us both trying it on, me and this same friend, and just thinking, like, my God, like, I need a bigger size than her. And, like, we were, like, 10, 12, 11, 12. Like, I took her to 6th grade, whatever you are then. She went to my grade school dance with me, a CYU dance. And that's what we were buying them for. And like, that's when I started to pay attention to, like, wow, like, I really am a lot different than people, than, like, the people that I hang out with. And I got bullied in grade school, too, by a few girls. And I even played soccer, and I tried to run track, and but the self-esteem.
Wait, you were bullied by the girls in your class?
In grade school, yeah. I'm not going to drop their names, but yeah.
I was bullied by the guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, not the girls.
I did okay with the guys. It was, I don't know, like, it was some of the cooler ones in my grade, so to speak. Some of them were really smart, so I did, like, honors math with them. And maybe because of that, we were kind of cool, because then, like, they filtrated into, like, they would be, like, part of, like, the jockey cool guys, but the few of them were still, like, they were smart in the classes. So I don't know if that was the case, but it was girls. And, like, that kind of sucked. Like, there was another story I was just trying to think of, and I couldn't remember. Oh, when I was in first grade, I did first grade at one school, and then when I moved to the other school, I was talking to this girl that we both had, like, a crush on this kid. We're like, oh, my God, like, we both, like, think he's so cute or whatever. And another girl was like, oh, well, she's gonna, like, he would only like her because you're too fat.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like then I started to, like, be so self-conscious of these things. And, like, it's crazy how even now, like, I feel like there's been a movement of, like, body positivity.
Yes, and I love it.
A huge one. Yeah, and which is so great. I just, like, for me, I still even be like, oh, that's so great, I'm glad doing that. But she must have something I don't, so therefore she can be proud. But I can't. And it's just like, why are we wired like this? Like, why do we do this to ourselves?
Do you think like, these insecurities have like, held you back from wanting to do anything or try anything?
Yeah, I don't know, like, if it all the time stopped me. It definitely stopped me from wearing things. But, like, I remember going to a few weddings in my 20s, and, like, if I bought something for it, I would wear it really because I had no choice. But it was just, I would leave the wedding or leave the party, and I would constantly be checking myself in the mirror. And then if another female was in there, I was like, well, what do they look like? Like, how fat do they look in the mirror? Like, did I catch a glimpse of their side profile? Like, how wide do they look? And if I don't ground myself, which I'm getting a little better at as I get older, but I'm definitely not good at it, then I'll live my day to day like that. Like, just, am I acceptable compared to someone else? Where it's like, no, stupid, you're acceptable just as is.
Just as you exist, yes.
And I don't know, I feel like that's a tough one, and I struggle with it now. Like, I gained a few pounds since my dad passed, and that kind of set me into any type of progress I feel like I've made on accepting myself where it is. Because we both are avid workout people. We work out every day or just about every day. And it's like, well, this isn't enough. So what's the next weight, or what's the next pant size down, or what's this or what's that? And it's like, can you just stop for a second and be like, yo, you're a boss ass bitch.
Yeah.
How you are right now.
Be thankful for the, like, just say your body's, like, strong enough to get through the workouts too.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, and I don't know, like, because I go into an office every day, so I'm surrounded by other people, and I just constantly put myself in competition with other people, and it's really freaking draining. Like I said, it's not necessarily 24/7, because if I catch myself earlier in the day, like, I don't know how you feel, but, like, it can be tough for me to get out of the hole.
Well, I would, like, for me, just to, like, reflect back on what you said, like, answering the question, I feel like it didn't hold me back as far as, like, my worth or wanting to do activities, or, like, because I still did cheerleading and dance. Yeah. But it really affected me in, like, the dating aspect. Like, if guys wanted to date me, I would push them away, and I just didn't feel like I was ever good enough or pretty enough, because I felt like I wasn't skinny enough. So why would they be interested? So a lot of guys would put themselves out there, and I would be like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even really acknowledge it, because I just didn't feel like.
I'm actually sorry, Mom, but I did the exact opposite. So when I got...
I love how you apologize,
Sorry, Mom. It's just...
Mama, see? You might want to mute this right now.
Turn it off for the next 5 minutes, Mom. But I actually did quite the opposite. I, like, felt like if I was forward in the intimacy department, which I don't even, intimacy ain't the right word, but I'm trying not to use any more graphic words. But like being like that with men, that I felt I was giving myself a head start on other women. Because it's like, oh, I mean, I look like them or not be as pretty as them, so let me be extra forward in this to overcompensate and be wanted and be desired, and in my eyes, give myself a 1 foot ahead of another female.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's, I don't know, it's just, it's something that's a struggle, but Marissa's a really good hype person to have in your corner.
Hey, I know a lot of people tell me, they're like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe like you're insecure with your body or your weight, because I'm always, I will hype anybody up, even if like I would never. Actually back in the day I would wear a bikini. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, you didn't.
I was
nor
like,
should you have.
This is
you looked
me.
Great.
Like I didn't care. I'm like, this is how I look. But then if a guy was like, oh, you cute, I'm like, no. Like, it up I feel like I don't know, maybe that was like a defense mechanism, because I had a guy bully me, so it's like I wouldn't even give them the opportunity to make me feel like I wasn't good enough. Right. As long as I felt like I was good enough, God, I wish I had that confidence again. But at the same time, it was still not that great, because like, do I make sense?
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't want to allow anyone to break me down, so I just wouldn't let them in at all.
Well, that's like the best coping mechanism. That's how I kind of got into, I mean, I always kind of liked it, but where I went heavy on like black and skulls and like short hair, and like when I met Justin.
Gothic babe.
Yeah. When I met Justin, I was literally dressed head to toe in black hair, smoking a cigarette outside of college.
Oh God, cigarettes.
I realized that people either left me alone or they thought I was like just like cool badass, which I'm not. I mean, if you know me in person, you know I'm far from it. I'm just an anxious Annie trying to make it through another 24 hours. But it gave that persona, and that persona for me was like something I could hide behind. And I did for a long time. But then like life happens and you have to get real, and you know, if you get married and you're starting a family, like it's really hard to run from yourself after a while. Eventually you're going to have to face it and be like, okay, like what's the deal? Because if you don't, at least for me, if I don't, I'm miserable. I'm miserable, constantly living in competition and in comparison to others.
I heard this amazing quote. I think it was from Sean T too. The only person you should be in competition with is yourself.
Yeah.
Or was it Amalo? One of the trainers said, she's my coach. She's my coach, okay? So, you know, hit her with a little DM, Coach Jenna. But I love that, because it's something that I'm still working with, and I feel like even after you have kids, you know, your body's going to change, and it is what it is. Just love yourself. Love yourself where you're at in that moment, because life is too short to continue on otherwise.
So then that's what, all right. So then what I think we need to do, I'm going to do our attitude of gratitude, baby.
Oh, yes.
Turn this positive energy, make it palpable.
We're going to manifest.
Yes. Manifest. Put it into the air.
Body positivity.
All right. 3 things you're thankful for. Go.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Could it be then who?
I am thankful for, you know, my fam. We're fam squad. Love y'all. Being here today, and for my body, for allowing me to get to point A to point B, to be here.
That's a good one. Why? That just has to be enough, you know? I am very much thankful for my mama. I love her. I'm so proud of her. I don't know what I'd do without her. So I just want to shout out my mama, Mama C. I'm also very thankful for the progress that my son Travis has made. He's doing so great. He knows some colors now. And, you know, like a year ago, we weren't really sure if any of this was possible. So I'm very, very, very thankful for that. And lastly, I am thankful for everyone that is taking the time to support us, to watch our kids, to make sure that they're sharing stuff about this podcast, because we've been talking about it for so long, and it's really cool that we finally get to do it. So thank you to everyone that is in our corner for this. You guys are the best.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate you, boo. I'm going to read this odd news article out to you. And here's the thing. We're saving the planet. So I'm going to need you guys to keep that in mind because it's important to save the planet. This was published August 19, 2022. Defective sex toys are being recycled into fashionable shoes. There is a street label that has partnered with a giant in the adult industry to create a shoe derived in part from unused defective sex toys. My thing is, how can you have an unused, like, in order to know a toy's defective, it doesn't have to be used?
Dude, I don't know. I don't want one of those shoes.
Oh my God, new shoes. Where'd you get them? Thanks, it's a
Yo,
retired dildo. Do you like them?
I think there's some good vibes though. Caught a vibe. What?
Oh my God. Yo, them dildo shoes be vibing, baby.
Yo, this is some positive vibes, okay?
What setting, though? Which setting you want, Bill?
Oh my God.
Yeah, so, listen, if you are looking to save the environment or you're one of those people that shop specifically for certain types of materials, please just know that you could be the proud owner of retired dildo shoes.
Christmas is coming.
Doesn't want that. All right, so we're gonna, if you guys want to know who this person is, let me know. I can put it in the comments, but just know that there are shoes in the world that exist like that. As if the laughing wasn't long enough, we gotta end this out. We have to end this out with some John Cannon, aka dad jokes, and I'm pretty hyped.
Yes.
Do you want to go first? Or me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Oh God! All right. She's already laughing.
So do you know that my husband asked me the other day why I have so much candy, and I was just like, I always have a few Twix up my sleeve.
The intensity at which you read that joke.
Was it good? Yes. Bazinga! Oh, Papa C would be proud. He's like applause right now.
I can't. Oh shit. That was good. I'm not gonna be able to top that. Did you know that your pupils are the last part to stop when you die? They dilate. Shit.
Wait, I didn't know if there was an ending, and I was like, I'm good at it first. Oh shoot. Sugar muffins.
That might be my favorite part of this whole thing. That's gonna be my favorite segment. We definitely, if the other ones don't work out, that one's gotta stay.
Thank you for tuning in. Follow us, on Instagram and TikTok at Crazy as a Mother Pod.
And if you're already listening to this, you already know, but make sure you subscribe on YouTube and you follow on Spotify. Just search Crazy as a Mother Podcast. Hit the subscribe. Hit the follow.
Like, share.
Yes, we are so excited, guys. We love you so much. And please, please, please know this is a safe place. Comment, post if you guys have any ideas. How are we doing? Do you like the segments? What could be better? Which the laughs, they're just going to have to stay. So sorry if there's one of the things. But thank you guys so much for joining in on our crazy.
We love you.
Bye. Bye.